Hello, Peter Goertz. I'm a psychiatrist. Is life worth living? A lot of people ask themselves that question, a very sad thing. I see patients with suicidal thoughts very frequently, and I regularly see patients who've attempted suicide, and I see them in the hospital after the suicide attempt. Some thoughts about different aspects of this. One thing for anybody to try and realize, in my opinion, is nobody's better than you. We're all just human beings. I have my problems, you have yours, the next person has their own problems. We're all just people with problems, and we want to do our best to have joy in our lives. Now, there can be plenty of problems in our lives. Basic things, for instance, if you don't have food, if you don't have housing, if you don't have money, you can be in despair, lonely. There can be enormous trauma starting very early in people's lives. Physical illness, physical pain, disappointment from other people. So bad experiences, someone may have betrayed you. People can be very upset about their appearance, their weight, about getting old, and that can lead to severe depression. People may have early signs of dementia, notice that, and become severely depressed. So one thing, in my opinion, for all of us to realize is life is full of challenges, and that is not an understatement. And there can be different degrees, of course. Some people have enormous challenges or very serious challenges. Other people have a lot less serious challenges. So we want to really embrace life is full of challenges. You can win the lotto one day, the next day you might get arrested and put in jail. So whatever we do, there are going to be challenges in life. Now, interestingly, if we accept that, if we embrace that, then the challenges become easier to deal with. Very interesting to me. Another aspect is, in my opinion, it's important to live our lives as if we chose our lives and all the circumstances of our life from the very beginning. Because if we do that, if we live our life that way, we're not going to feel like victims. We're not going to feel disempowered. And that can be very helpful in avoiding feeling depressed or suicidal even. It can be helpful, in my opinion, to see our lives as a big learning experience. So this whole planet as a big school in which we're intended to learn. We want to have gratitude for our teachers in our lives. And by teachers, I mean people whom we can learn a lot from. And those people might be, at least often, people whom we've had very difficult relationships with. So it could be an abusive parent, let's say. So you might say, is this guy crazy? I should learn from being abused as a child and be grateful to the person who abused me. Let me explain. So if you were, let's say, severely abused, sexually abused as a child by your father, even that can help you in the sense that pretty much anything has a silver lining. So if you were abused, you may very well be able to have more compassion for other people who've been abused, and you may be able to help them quite a bit because of what you've been through. So, in my opinion, gratitude is very important, and that does not mean that there's any justification for abuse, let's say. We want to focus on others frequently if possible. If we make someone else smile, that can make their day, and that can make ours. We also want to focus on others. Let's say if someone is contemplating suicide, you want to try your best to realize that people who care about you might be devastated by that. And that hopefully can help you stop thinking about suicide. If you have spiritual beliefs, if you believe in God, that might be helpful in the sense that you can tell yourself, God put me here. I'm going to let God say when it's time for me to die. I'm not going to take my life in my own hands, in the sense of I'm not going to kill myself. So those are various thoughts that I have on this issue. And the question, is life worth living, comes up a lot with patients, with psychiatric patients. And it can be difficult to feel like you have something that can help them in that moment. So those are some thoughts. Thank you.